All right, welcome back, everybody. Continuing your hosting for this lovely afternoon, I am LRock617. Last run of the day, we've got baldnate running Strider NES 100% category. Before we get to that, I want to finish reading off the last donation from the last run. There was a last-minute $30 donation towards the Spitfire minigame from Shrank89. The message, "Let's go, get that Spitfire minigame going," and Ben definitely did. So thank you so much for that donation. All right, let's take it away, Mr. Baldnate.
Thank you, LRock. Thank you for all those donations. It's much, much appreciated. Well, yes, it is I, Baldnate, and I'm here to show you Strider, 100% of Strider for the NES. Just to get it out of the way, this game really enjoys flashing the screen completely black and white in rapid frequency, so if you have any sensitivity at all, I recommend maybe just listening to this particular run. So
He's not wrong.
yeah, so let's...
many times myself, it does things.
Oh yeah, it goes ham. Anyhow, let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So, this is Strider for the NES. Most people have heard about it in one way or another. Probably familiar with the any percent category, but I'm not showing you any percent. And I'm not showing you glitchless either. I'm showing you 100%, which is really just the wonderful union of all the glitchiness of any percent with just a whole lot more Strider of the glitchless versions. So we start, as all runs do, in Kazakh, and the screen's already flashing. And we're just going to walk over to a wall, as one does, and we're going to use Hyru's most powerful infiltration technique, the power to clip into walls and zip. So I do this purely just to skip some parts of the level.
This is still to me one of the best speedruns for the NES because the game's just clearly held together with duct tape. Oh, there, nice job.
Yep. So I collect that first floppy disk. That floppy disk is 100% optional. I'm only collecting it for 100%. All it has in it is a hint as to where you can get another purely optional item in the game. But you can get the item without the floppy disk. So, but it's right there, hanging out in the ceiling. So now I'm just making my way through the level here, and on this particular trip to Kazakh, we will be visiting Kazakh 3 times in this run. I'm picked up that first floppy disk, and I'm making my way down this hallway to talk to somebody about another floppy disk, and also to get a level up. So let's see. Oh, here he is, next to this very large oscilloscope. The key is up there, but don't hurt me. Have a floppy disk from the ceiling, so we're going to wait for that floppy. And there it is. And, oh no! Don't worry, anybody. It's an intentional death warp. Just to get us out of the level quickly. And here we are.
Just taking a nap.
Yeah, just lay down on the ground. You know what? A good nap is where you find it. So we analyze floppy number 2, and it tells us to go to Egypt. So to Egypt we go. But we're not going to go directly to Egypt. We're going to go to a train. Strider appreciates the finer things in life. And what could be finer than a train ride to Egypt? So I'm just making use of the slide mechanic now that I have it. Sliding is faster than walking. And we get to the back of the train, and I hate to say it, we're tired of the train ride, so we destroyed it. And here we are in F for the train. Well, here we are at the Great Pyramid of Egypt. We're just going to climb straight up the side of it, and then down the other. You can see here, this game does have a concept of run speed. It only applies when you're running down an incline. It does let you jump higher and further and faster. There's a few places where that's required. So, normally I'd be doing other stuff in the pyramid first, but why Why go get the key first when I can just simply walk backward through this door? I have to walk through both panes of the door. It's a high security door. And on the other side of it is, of course, a man who complains about the Striders disturbing them, but then he says, please don't kill me. Have this key. We'll wait for the key to materialize, and there it is. And as it turns out, it's key number 2, the exact key we need to get back out of this broom closet. So that's one of the 2 things we had on our shopping list for Egypt. The second one is on the other side of the level. Oh man, the jumping giving me the business today. Just to let you know, pretty much every element of movement in this game just doesn't quite feel right. It's super inconsistent. So even seemingly trivial things like jumping from one platform to another sometimes you'll not jump as far as you expected. Sometimes you'll jump much farther than expected. It really is a treat.
This game just has some weird things. Like, for example, like, as much as it giveth, it taketh away, and that you can fall from a platform and jump out of the fall, which is just really strange. I don't think I've ever seen that in another game, but it's a great tool to have, but at the same time, yeah, clipping and like particularly ledge clipping, collision detection for that just leaves a lot to be desired. Which is why zipping is generally preferred, because you know you're going to get where you need to go.
So here we are. We're at our second visit to Kazakh. Gonna do the same zip we did before, just to get on into the level a little bit faster. On our shopping list this time, we're here to get Cain, just like the very beginning of the game was telling us. Oop. That's an interesting one. Occasionally you slide down that incline and just get stuck. Thankfully you can just...
Let me interrupt. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sometimes you get stuck in there. It's easy to get out. There is a... Thankfully, hopefully we won't see it in this run, but there's a couple of times to where unintended zipping will occur in a way that soft locks the game. So, thankfully we're past that part right now.
You have a quick time for a donation?
Go for it.
Cool. We have $11.52 from Shawnee7188. Donation is for $5 towards the yellow model for Custom Robo, and $10 for a name of the runner's choice to name the main character in Custom Robo. Thank you so much for those donations.
That is awesome. So, we dispatched an indoor motorcyclist, fresh from the game Renegade, and we found Cain. In a broom closet, along with another floppy. And with that, let's take a look at that floppy disk. Thanks for the good luck, 65535AF. And it's a voicemail from Cain. And essentially he says, something weird's going on, maybe you should go to Japan and check it out. So to Japan we go. And I'm sure you'll...
like the weird tech you can do in this game. Like, you can cancel a slide with a sword slash.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you can jump out of a slide. If you slash while you're in the middle of a slide, you will... Whoa. The whole Cyber Knight got out of control there for a little bit, but that's fine.
I wanted to have words with you there.
But yeah, if you hit slash in the middle of a slide, you will stop to stand up and slash, but then after the slash is done, you will continue the remainder of your slide. It's very curious. Okay, so we need to get rid of these cyber bats just to unlock the screen, because our second piece of business here is this scientist in this closet, and he says he will fix my cipher to shoot plasma. That is the second ability that we have to get in the game. You don't strictly need it to complete the game. It is much easier with it, but we're getting it just for the 100%.
In this category is real. I kind of love it.
Let's see what's on floppy disk 4, and it is a voicemail from Grandpa Strider. He tells us about Zane. It's a weapon that penetrates into your mind and makes you crazy. Speaking of crazy, we're just going to jump out of the computer right now. We're going to talk to the computer, and then here's Kane. And I tell you what, Kane didn't sleep well. He's not feeling himself. So we hit him with our therapeutic sword. I'm sure it just knocked him, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
This segment is pure comedy. I love it. It's so good.
And with all of that, we're gonna head on to China. Now, China is one of the places... this is another level you're meant to visit multiple times. Now, we're gonna do all of our shopping here in one visit, due to the magic of zips.
You also apparently have drones that are composed of letters?
Yeah, that was just purely by sliding. Sliding is just fast enough to where sometimes the enemies won't be completely loaded in. So
You also just fell like 300 feet and landed just fine. No injuries.
It's great.
I mentioned I love this game.
It's full of goodness. So speaking of that fall, we fall all the way down there, and then we have to immediately climb back up. This is another place to where just watching from afar, you're like, okay, well, I mean, that seems straightforward enough. Just go back and forth, climb up all these inclines, jump across to the platforms, but all of this movement here just sort of feels bad. So, let's navigate it here, and why did we do all this? Well, it was all worth it. For a fresh pair of magnet boots. Unlike the aqua boots, we will use the magnet boots. But not yet. So normally we would be leaving China to return to Kazakh, but let's just zip instead. So you can see that level 4 gate over there. Rather than getting the key or backstepping through it, we're just going to zip past all of this back and forth S-shaped corridor with mini bosses and spike traps and all sorts of stuff, and just go directly down here. And then fall down even more to get another pair of boots. Strider loves footwear. So those were the attack boots.
Boots to him.
And now I just need to get... Oh, come on. There we go. Just needed to relax a little bit. The timing on the wall jumps is just a little bit weird, like everything else. But normally we would ride that elevator. But, you know, why ride an elevator when you can just zip through the floor? So all of these backsteps are pause-buffered, frame-perfect inputs. And sadly there, every time I do that, that's me missing one and getting popped out of the wall. But that's fine. We can just sit here all day doing it.
Yeah, zips and Strider are tricky, but yeah, like Nate mentioned, the upside is that
Whoa.
you can't run out of time to do them. Like, you'll never be interrupted for a zip.
So here we are, and here's our Zine terminal. We're going to try to not get shot here. We got to destroy the high security square. And then we... and there's... And it's gone. I'm going to wait.
Hey, also... We'll wait to level up for sure. It's key.
And a key.
The attacks in this game are something. The straight vertical shot while you're jumping is like just plain busted. It's an active hitbox the entire time.
It is. Or even when you're not jumping, just simply lifting your sword into the air gives you a hurt box. So,
Where are we
which
up now?
back to Kazakh for our third and final visit. Without glitches, you would need to visit Kazakh 4 times total. We're going to combine our third and fourth visits into one big third visit. So again, pop through that floor, as we've all become quite accustomed to sliding through this area just to get over to this part of the base. You can see the attack boots serving us well. So the attack boots just let your slide do damage. So when we slide through things, now they will explode. It's not bad, but it just in the regular game, there's no reason to get them. It's just not worth the time. Here we go. Can you imagine what it would be like to be Hyrule and to butt slide everywhere you go?
Oh, it's heaven on earth.
But we can't slide up this glowing wall, though. You can't slide up this. So now we're going to use our magnet boots, and let's all take a moment to appreciate Hyrule's incredible core strength. Can't imagine how shredded his abs are. Look at him, just perfect posture walking straight up that wall, and here we are. I don't know how these people got up here, but here we are at the very top of Kazakh base. And what was it all for? For a key. And that's it. So let's normally we would leave now with that key to go do something else, but let's not. Let's just finish our visit. So going back to where we were, but now we're going to zip through this wall. And out we pop into complete garbage. So yeah, we're not supposed to be here with this tile set, but here we are, and it just happens that it's just navigable enough. And as Elrek and I were talking about the sword having an active hitbox in this form, we're going to put it to good use here. But because of the way we loaded this in, all we need to do is go over to the middle and hold our sword up to destroy the Zane terminal.
That's beautiful, man. That's some quality screen lock right there.
Yeah,
I like it.
that is not how that's supposed to look. So now, oh no, I wasn't supposed to do that. Small menuing error, but that's okay. Now we're going to go to Africa. But the fastest way to go to Africa is by way of Australia, and I'll show you why. So first we need to make our way past these spike traps. Oh, well, you know, good news. We can use zipping to get out of the spike trap. And here's our friend Bob. Bob is going to shoot us through this door. Thanks, Bob.
That jump. It's my least favorite thing in the game.
Yeah.
It's aggravating. Like, even zipping out is a challenge.
Oh, hey, we got the swag jump. Missed the first jump, but just triangle jump off of it. No problem. And there's a ninja hanging out in that room. He's there solely just to tell you, hey, it's not my fault. And that's it. Very important plot point. We spend a little bit of time not to get shot by those electric sparks. They do a whole bunch of damage. Gonna go here. We are. Oh, we almost made the ledge jump, but we don't have to. We're just gonna zip through this. And, oh no, we got hit by that bird, but our health is still looking okay. Here, I'll see. Actually, for marathon safety, I am going to heal. Because dying here sends me back to the very beginning of the stage, with nothing to show for it. And one more Zane terminal down. And now we're on to a somewhat unusual part, and there's a lot of menuing. We have to analyze both floppies, 5 and 6. You have to analyze both to progress the game forward. It doesn't matter what order you analyze them in, but you have to do both. And let's appreciate this man's mustache and his eyebrows. Such intensity. And with that, we are headed to sunny Los Angeles, the quintessential American city. I'm sure we'll all agree that this is definitely the Los Angeles we all remember. But with the tubes and the spikes. And the indoor motorcyclists. But enough of Los Angeles. Let's go to wherever this is. I'm just assuming this is a nightclub. And we find Sheena there. for no reason. She says, take revenge for me. She appears to still be alive, but okay. We're just gonna walk right over those spikes. There's not a whole lot more to this level. And, Mr. Clay is sitting at the end of this hallway with a very destructible glass dome protecting him. He's surprised at this development. Calls us a monster. But wait! We need to hang out for just a little bit. Get a level up and get key number 5. So at this point, we've pretty much got everything we need. We just need to progress the game to get to the end. So one more trip to Australia to get to Africa. And at this point, for those keeping track at home, if this were the any percent route, we finally caught up with it. Okay, we missed the jump, so we need the game to help us out with a zip to get out. There we go. And we have the key this time, though, so we just walk right through the door. And we go the other way to get to the second and final Zane terminal. We do second to last zip of the game. Oh, and I did not get the air jump here, so I need to do some fancy jumping to get out of there. We walk over here to load in the correct tile set for the Zane terminal. It is technically possible to fight the Zane terminal without doing that, but it's real hard. And with that, we are heading into the end game. Get one final voicemail from Kane saying that the final boss is under a giant W. It's actually in Red Dragon, a complete duplicate of Blue Dragon. But we immediately go into the menu, and there's 2 reasons. One is to validate the runs. Let's look at here. We've got 3 pairs of boots, slide in and plasma arrow, all 6 floppy disks, all 5 keys, and a complete complement of tricks. So let's cast jump and beat the game. And there we go. We just jump right through the ceiling. Big deal. And here's the final boss. It's definitely supposed to look like that. And when we fade out, that's the game. That was the final boss. Very, very exciting.
That last trick with the jump through the ceiling off the menu is essentially what defined this run as of almost close to 3 years ago. And that trick was discovered just after HDQ 2018. Like, this run just blew up. And
oh yeah.
All the more now, because there was only one sub 4 runner and 80% prior to that. Now there's like a plethora of them, including myself and Nate. So yeah, this game has just far excelled what I originally thought it could be, and I love Strider. It's so good. Sorry to get so deep on commentary, but I got this game is just awesome.
No, it's amazing. No, thank you. And thanks for the GGs, folks. And thanks for being here at this Slurpathon 7. Hope you're enjoying the proceedings, and thank you for watching, and thanks for all the donations. And coming up next is... Who is coming up next?
We've got Custom Robo, the Battle Revolution, run by Shawnee7188. So it's going to be the 80% New Journey category, and there's still some time to get some donations in for both the character as well as the name. So let's see them, people.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Alright, everyone, that's going to be it for me. We'll be hearing from Sparko here shortly, and I'll be back tonight for my Simpsons Arcade run. So you all take care.